Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl V, and I am the host of Love V Talks. And today I have a special guest. But before I go into that, I just want to say that I am really excited because this is my first video podcast. If you've been following me for a long time, I have been podcasting for almost 4 years now. And so I just wanted to do something a little different. Before we get started, please do not forget to follow your girl on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Love V Talks. So we have a special guest. Drum roll, please.
Hello, what's up, everybody? My name is Devonte West.
Okay, and tell them what you do.
Social media influencer, artist. That's about it.
Okay, you're missing a title or two.
I am the one that she's in love with. Type. And then that's it.
Okay. So we thought it would be a good idea just to ask his followers and mine some questions that they may you guys have for either me, him, us as a couple. So yeah, and we got a lot of questions, some really good ones. So I really want to go into that. Let's see here. So the first question is, how long have we been together?
6 months.
Yeah.
6 long months.
6 long months? Okay. Okay, bet. Okay.
Yeah, been together for 6 months.
So yeah,
now.
6 months. Yeah. And you want to tell them actually how we met?
We met how everyone meets in the 21st century online. On my TikTok live. I was on TikTok live and it was kind of popping and people were trying to, talk to the kid. I see why, But no, they were trying to talk to the kid and she's the one who stuck out for me. Even though she wasn't trying to talk to me, she didn't really show me any attention.
That's not true.
But she's the one who grabbed my attention. So I went and chased her and we're here to this day. So basically we only together because of me.
Right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next. Okay, so this is for you. How long have you been doing videos?
I've been doing videos now for 3 years. Going on 4 years. I started in August of 2020. Yeah, started for 4 years now. Dang, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Because you started, let me see, I started in March 2020, and then you decided to start in August.
Yeah. It's kind of like everyone in the pandemic at home.
Yeah.
I was doing accounting, and I'm like, I might as well do this thing everyone's talking about, because TikTok was a big deal, but everyone was like, I'm not getting on no TikTok, and I'm doing this.
Right.
But then you got on, it's like, oh. And so, been going strong now for almost 4 years.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your biggest inspiration?
For videos? Or just person-wise?
They didn't say, but I guess you can go into either one.
My biggest inspiration would have to be my immediate family. Mom, dad, brother. That's kind of where I get all my ideas from, just growing up around them. So most of the ideas are just like from home. So
yeah,
that'd be it.
Nice. So just people that are actually in your life, just real life people.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So what will you do when you get your first $1 million? Not followers, but dollars.
First $1 million, honestly, I'd probably get a home for me and my boo in Texas.
I like that.
You like that idea? Mm-hmm. I knew you would.
Right.
That'd probably be it. That and then dream cars, which is what? What's your dream car?
I keep telling you a Porsche, but you told me that don't fit me.
It don't.
So what did you say I look good in?
The Mercedes, I think it's a GLE. That'd be the one.
I'll probably give one when I'm 40.
Anyway, next question.
Okay. So who motivated you to be the person you are today?
I would say it would be they can be one, my parents, mom and dad, because they always instilled in me like, you're a star. You stand out. You're not like the rest. Be you. You're unique. Because I got called weird a lot growing up. Like, no, you're unique. Step into that. Own that. Like everybody else. And I think them doing that helped shape who I am today. So I would definitely say my parents.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your dad is definitely a character.
And as you see, my character, the most dramatic one, is based off of my dad.
You be like, how you doing, girl?
So yeah, definitely him.
Yeah, I love your dad. Okay. So what is your biggest fear in life?
I think currently now, because of how social media is going, my biggest fear is running out of ideas. I think that's the biggest fear of mine, because everything is on the up and up now, and I've been doing it for 4 years now. And a friend asked me, like, do you ever run out of ideas? And that's a fear of mine. Like, what happens the day I wake up and it gets to this point? It's like, I don't have anything else to make funny anymore or anything else to do, I lose that spark to want to keep going. That's the biggest fear I have now.
Well, I would say that I don't think that would be a real fear for you, just because what your characters are based off of is real life. True. So it's just everything that you do comes from life, like current events, things. So I just don't see that being a thing. Okay. So I think you'll be okay.
Let's just flush my fear down the toilet.
Well, that's where it belongs. Like, I mean, you just up and decided that you want to do TikTok, and look at where you are. So, I mean, it's not, don't psych yourself out.
You got it. Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay. So what keeps you going on your lowest days?
Honestly, and not to get like super deep, but my mom, whom, we know passed away 2 years ago. But seeing her when she would go to the doctors and not get the best of reports, or she would, be feeling her worst, she would still like find her way to smile and call and laugh and like still see the goodness in life, even though herself physically and mentally and emotionally, spiritually, she wasn't at the best. And you could tell, but she wouldn't let that stop her from sitting outside and looking at her beautiful flowers, or like calling all her favorite people and laughing and joking constantly, knowing that she was battling with that every day. But unless you knew her, you wouldn't know. And like seeing her like fight through that every day and still find a reason to smile and laugh, that's what keeps me going on my lowest days. I know if she was doing it through all what she was going through, I know my little bad day ain't hitting on nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've talked about that before, because she was like one of the biggest motivators.
Definitely.
Why you decided to keep going with your videos. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I love it.
What made you start a podcast? Because we know now that you're going on your 4th year, and this is your first ever video podcast, so you're expanding. Mm-hmm. But what made you start your podcast?
So I was bored at home during the pandemic, and people always tell me like they love my voice. And it's a
great voice.
Thank you. And so I thought, you know what, why not? Like, I love meditations. I love I am affirmations. So that's something that I started to do. And the pushback that I received, or the comments that I received, they're like, I love hearing your voice. Like, it helps me start my day. Like, it just feels so, I just feel so good. And I just kept going. Like, I really didn't have a plan. I didn't write a script. I just would get up and just start recording.
So what did your topics come from?
My own personal experience. The affirmations are just affirmations that I like to say on a regular basis for myself. Okay. And yeah.
What does your view of the soft life look and feel like? First of all, what's a soft life?
A soft life? Okay, to be honest with you, I feel like everybody has their own little definition of what that means. Okay. To me, I think that soft life is just a different way of saying you're feminine. Like, I don't really think that there's any difference. Okay. I think when people say like, what is my idea of soft life? I think the less stress, the best. I mean, taking care of yourself, putting your happiness first, finances in order, relationships in order.
But it also seems like I see like a lot of women say I'm in my soft girl era, but it's after like they've been through like breakup and stuff like that. Is that
I think that that's a driving force for a lot of women when they say that. But when I see it, it's like, oh, well, I want to look at dating differently. I want to approach dating differently. Okay. But for me, a soft life is just in general, like keeping the stress down. Cause that's what I think of. Like, there's nothing soft about me when I'm stressed out. Like, I feel like that's fair. But I mean, a lot of people are referring to dating, and I think that, maybe they're being more mindful about who they decide to date and expectations, boundaries. So yeah. Okay. You got another one for me? Or you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, somebody said, when is the wedding?
When is the wedding?
That's up to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's up to me.
Spit of beans.
To be determined.
Oh.
TBD.
Oh.
Soon.
Okay.
Ish.
Where's the ish?
Because soon to you could be like, Well, he gonna do it when we leave this room.
Okay.
Yeah, so they want to put no false hope.
Okay, that's fair. Somebody asked, can you fight?
Come find out. No, I'm just playing. Not to them. But can I fight? I mean, I've been in a few fights.
Oh my God.
And I never lost. Only about 4 though. People know not to try me because you know.
Right.
And I look like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So ain't nobody really shoot. Anybody really fight me. They'll probably shoot me. And people don't fight no more these days.
Right.
So I can fight, but it does me no good because people are actually like shooting people now. They don't fight. And if you do fight and win the fight, they're coming back to shoot you. Right. So
we don't want that. Okay.
So no, I can't fight.
Right. That's what you're supposed to say.
My fault.
Okay, next. What's something you wish people knew about you?
That I have a great fashion sense.
You do.
People don't really know that about me.
I feel like they do though.
I don't really show it because a lot of the times with my characters, I kind of wear the same outfit. Oh, so they know like what that is. Like, head character, he has the same outfit on the dad character. So I don't really show like my style. And I kind of wear the same things over and over again because sometimes I do the same characters a lot in a week. Yeah. So nobody really know that I can really like put it together.
Yeah, you look nice. Thank you look good.
Shout out to Glass Ceilings. It's a brand based here in Tampa, and Cactus Jack in Chicago for the hoodie. Shout out to them. Who are you wearing?
Oh, and shout out to Lola. Lola really put me on. She got me in this denim, okay? Lola's Boutique. She's in Belleville, Illinois. Had to support my girl.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. Hey, Lola. All right. So, man, they got some good. Okay. So, let's see. Somebody asked, how long does it take to do your green screen videos?
The green screen video is not the hard part because you're just putting the thing back there, taking away the background, and it's there. So the green screen part doesn't take long. It's the editing of making sure that I create a good enough space in between, because sometimes if I don't have a good enough space and they overlap and they touch each other, so it looks like you can tell it's a green screen. So getting the spacing down. So sometimes that'll take me anywhere between 20 to 45 minutes because sometimes I'm talking, I stutter a lot because I be trying to force what I'm saying, like get it out fast, so I stutter. But the editing part doesn't take long. It's just the recording part. Once I get that done, the green screen part is less than 2 minutes if I have the spacing down.
Really?
Yeah. Because I gotta know what I want to do. If I know I want to be, in the airplane, as you saw the airplane video that I did from your house. Yeah. That didn't take long because I knew I wanted to be in the airplane. So it's just finding the image on Google, then saving it, and then I already said what I need to say for my video, and then just removing the background, and now I'm in the plane.
Oh, okay.
It don't take long at all.
Yeah. Okay, bet. So somebody asked, what is your skincare routine?
Skincare routine. Shout out to Sarah V. A lot of it is it's the cleanser, it's the moisturizer, it's the rose petal face toner, the vitamin C serum. I drink water and I try not to stress and I mind my own business. And those combinations help the skin do very well.
Heavy on the minding your own business. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do we have any kids? And if not, how many do we want?
Do we have any kids? We do not have any kids, but how many kids do we want? How many kids do you want?
I want 3.
So there we have it. We're going to have 3. Maybe. We can get 2 for sure. Because, the kid needs like a friend, So we can have 2 for sure. Our first child, when we have our first child, I can say we'll definitely have a second. Third one is pushing it.
Pushing it?
You don't think so?
No.
Why do you want 3?
I feel like 4 is when you're like, oh, okay, that's a bit much.
You didn't say that after 3? But after 2?
No. 2 is 2.
So we're out between 2 and 3 kids. There we go. We'll have between 2 and 3.
I mean,
it's your choice though, because it's your body.
The first, the middle, and the last.
Name, we can agree on the first, middle, and last name, but we're not. 3 is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, boo.
All right.
We ain't gonna argue on this though.
Next question. Favorite thing you and your girl do together?
Favorite thing that we do, I'll have to say, are our competitive nights where we have a wager and we do a competition to see who wins. And I will say she is in debt to me. I ain't gonna say the amount. I ain't gonna put your business out there like that. But she has not won a competition.
That is false.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the line.
Fake
I'm gonna go down the line.
news.
She thought she was fast. She's 0 for 2 racing me. She thought she was faster than me.
My ankle was bad.
Anyway, she thought she was faster than me because, looks can be deceiving. They be like, big boy, I be moving. All right, check the highlights. Anyway.
And you had your Crocs in sport mode.
Anyway, she 0 for 2 on that. Dave and Buster's, you are 1 and 2. You're 1 and 2. You're 1 and 2.
First of all.
You're 1 and 2.
If 2 and 2. If we would have just competed with Floppy Bird alone, you would have lost.
Okay, but
you didn't win one round. We
Bird.
played 6 times.
Yeah, the Floppy Bird game is crazy. The Floppy Bird game is crazy.
For you.
Okay, anyway, that's the only game you can win.
Pac-Man,
I beat you in, as you saw the last time when we were in Dallas.
I struggled. It's fine. I didn't have enough sleep.
I swear to you, you can't shoot. You can't.
Oh, we knew
nothing.
that. I already told you I was going to lose that.
But you said, I used to play basketball in school.
Used to.
Couldn't tell. So like I say, my favorite thing that we do are our competitive nights. We still have to do a sing-off.
Karaoke night, I definitely will.
Delusion. And then we have to do, we ain't going to do a dance-off because we seen your Millie Rock.
That's just one dance that I struggle with. It doesn't matter.
We have the film.
And okay.
So upset with you on that. Anyway, so that's the favorite thing that we do. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, that's my woman, I'm going to let her win. Ain't nothing.
I don't need you to let me win. I'm already the winner.
Yeah, in Jesus. Amen. But in this, games, no.
I think you're a little too confident because that first time that we went to Dave & Buster, you were losing.
I was being cute.
You were not being cute. You said you didn't let me win.
On Flappy Birds, it's the only game you beat me fair and square.
Yeah, you were getting really frustrated. You started screaming. It was embarrassing.
I was mad.
Okay. So somebody asked you, what is your dream collaboration?
My dream collaboration would have to be, I would say Drewski on a comedy skit.
Ooh.
Drewski would be my collaboration. And it's funny because a lot of times in my comments, a lot of my followers would be like, bro, I can't wait till the day you collab with Drewski. That'd be amazing. And I feel like some of my style would blend well together. So if I had to pick one, he would be it. Because he's right now like the peak of what you would want to become and do in the comedy space. And watching his growth, because his growth happened big over the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing like how he did his and the consistency from it, he's like the pinnacle. So he would be someone I would want to collab with for sure.
I can definitely see that for you.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Shout out Drewski. Could have been records.
So I'm scrolling past some of these because they're like repeat because we like kind of answered them already.
Definitely.
What is your biggest regret?
I would say my biggest regret is not believing myself sooner when it came to the social media stuff. Because for a while, like people who knew me high school, especially in college-wise, was always telling me, bro, you should. Because stuff I do now is stuff I've always done. I've just never recorded it. Because I didn't really believe that something could come from it. So not starting sooner, because I see like the growth that I have now and what it is now, I feel like I would have been at a bigger place sooner. Well, by this point, if I would have started and believed in myself. Because now when I do it, one of my closest friends, Isaac, he'd be like, bro, like, duh, I've been telling you this from jump. And that's with music and comedy, my skits. Like, he would always tell me, but I never believed. I'm like, oh, I'm going to start. I never did. So, yeah, that's one of my biggest regrets, not starting sooner and believing in myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite shoe? My
favorite shoe are these high-top skater Vans. They're off-white, and the gum part is olive green. I've had those shoes since 2017. They're my favorite shoe. I got them at an outlet in Tennessee in Pigeon Forge. And I wear those shoes often. They're my favorite pair of shoes. They're pretty busted. But Vans are meant.
I feel like, yeah, I was about to
Vans
say.
are meant to be worn like dirty and stuff like that. But I would say that's my favorite pair of shoes I have. And I wanted to buy a new pair just for freshness, and I can't find it anywhere. Like the exact same pair, I can't find them. And I like to buy same stuff. Like they had the same shirts.
Yeah.
Closet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll rebuy the same thing.
Okay. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, cool. If you could take your wife to one place in the world tomorrow, where would you take her?
Where would I take her? I would take her to somewhere tropical. I don't know that place, but I know she loves being by the water.
Yes.
She loves the beach. So somewhere that's outside of, the country, but has beautiful tropical scenery because she loves being around water. That's her thing. Seeing you at the beach for the first time when you came down, it was nice because you were just so like, feel like you were at home.
I love water. I really do.
You were running them waves where water was cold. You're like, come get in. I'll just take your picture. I didn't feel like in that water.
It was nice. It's so relaxing.
And you was laying in that sand. You know, my biggest fear is those birds, but I stood strong for you. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. They stared us down, but it's okay.
They did because you had all that food.
We had to eat. You know I like food. I like to eat. I won't miss a meal. Okay. Ooh, speaking of food, favorite struggle meal.
My favorite struggle meal is cheese toast. My mom used to always make it when we were younger. And it's just toast. Bread on the pan with some toast, put in the oven, and the way she would let it brown at the top, and the bread was crispy, cheese melty. That's one of my favorite struggle meals. That one and the Tostino's pizzas.
Yeah. Because
they cheap, they're supreme. They're like, back in the day, you could get like 10 for $5.
Oh, man. Sure did.
So we would rack up. I think that's where my addiction came from as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what's for dinner? You're going them Tostinos in there. That was it. So to this day, like, I'll still eat Tostinos. You know that.
Yeah,
I'll eat it often.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad, but.
It is what it is.
Cheese toast and
toast. You go to the gym.
What about you?
I like noodles because I feel like you can dress them up any kind of way. Shrimp, chicken, you know.
That's not struggle if you put shrimp in it. If you have shrimp, you're not struggling.
I mean, what kind of chicken.
What kind of struggle you come from? With shrimp is on hand for struggling. Y'all.
You can get it on sale.
We having shrimp tonight, man. I couldn't afford nothing else. What?
I mean, if you have a little leftover.
Okay, leftover shrimp.
Right. That's why I said shrimp, chicken, a little beef. You know, dress it up.
If you have all that, then noodles is...
Okay, but you know how like you have that little corner of meat left? Like you can't make a burger, but you also can't make spaghetti. So...
Put in your noodles.
Exactly. Okay. It's enough to put in your noodles. I feel like that makes sense.
Hey, everybody struggle different. I wish I had
So you've never had a corner of meat left?
No.
And didn't know what to do with it?
No. Because there'll never be nothing left. We ate it when it was cooked.
So you've never seen a corner of meat left?
For sure.
Okay.
But I wouldn't think to put it in no spaghetti.
Right. So put it in your... Why not?
Beef and... I don't know. You got it.
They got beef flavored noodles, so why wouldn't you put actual beef in it?
Never ate them.
It's delish. I'll make you some.
We struggle.
With more than a corner.
Okay, thank you.
Of beef.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Oh, and that cheese toast, when you were explaining it, I was thinking that's technically an open-faced grilled cheese.
When you put it that way, it is an open-faced grilled cheese.
You put butter on it?
No. You just put it on the pan and put it in the oven.
You should try to put butter on it next time.
I was thinking that, but now you say it's an open grilled cheese.
It is open grilled cheese.
I'll just make a grilled cheese at this point.
You might as well make a grilled cheese.
There we have it.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. All right. So I think you answered this question already. How do you come up with your videos?
Usually I'll think back to something. A lot of it's building on what I have now because I have set characters now because I've been on for almost 4 years now. And so I know that people like my old head skits. People like the hood dude skits. They like the teacher skits, the mom skits. They like the dad skits, the best friend skits. So when it comes to that, I would just try to think of a different scenario to put those in and come up with what I want to say to make it funny and relatable. So I use that. And then also my ideas will come from a conversation. I can have a FaceTime with you and you're upset at me. And I will use that as you've seen. We've used it, and then we must be talking about V and was put you out there like that.
I knew it. Yeah, the shade.
So
but it's okay.
It come from a conversation with you.
I'm glad you were inspired.
Inspired or enraged?
Both.
Exactly. So that, and then conversation with friends, being around my dad, thinking about the childhood, stuff that we can all relate to, and then try to put my own comedic spin on it. That's usually how I come up with my ideas. I always tell people, your everyday life is content. It's just how you portray it and put it on, screen is
right.
What makes it unique to you. So yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That'd be it.
Cool. What college did you play for?
I played for the Fort Valley State University. Shout out to Fort Valley State school out there in Fort Valley, Georgia. Has some rich history. HBCU. Shout out to the HBCUs out there. I played there for 3 years.
And what did you play? Because I don't think that they know.
Won a ring. You feel me? This ain't no class ring. This hard work championship. Shout out to the class of 2016. We did that.
So you played football at Fort
I played
Raleigh.
football at Fort Raleigh, as you just said. I played nose guard and 3 technique. It was a great time. But yeah, shout out to Fort Valley. We need to go to homecoming this year.
That sounds exciting.
We need to do that. Cause I've been meaning to go back. Cause a lot of my friends think I don't like them anymore because I don't travel anywhere.
Yeah.
So we need to go back. But yeah, Fort Valley State.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever been to anyone's homecoming.
Really?
Yeah. Even when I was in college, I didn't go to homecoming, like, at all, ever.
Why not?
I just didn't. Because, I worked a lot when I was in college. And so, like, I barely even like being at school. Ooh. So, like, the idea of fun and
my thing is,
I don't know.
No one went to class during homecoming week.
I mean, they did it, but, like, I just want to be far away from school.
So everybody having fun and you the only one in your room.
I would go back home.
Dang.
Yeah. I wish I wasn't like that, though.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. College was very traumatic for me.
Okay, well.
Like, I couldn't stand school. Like, I thought I would like school.
But you didn't.
I hated it.
Did you not like it because of you were working so much and had to do class and still trying to keep yourself together, so it was just too much? Is that why you didn't like it?
You know what pissed me off about it was, first of all, the actual campus in itself.
Well, you said it was uphill, right?
It was uphill. Everything was downhill, like where we lived, like our dorm rooms, downhill. So, like, geese were always, like, stalking us, deer. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, and then on top of that, like, working all the time. And then, like, and when I first went to college, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. So, like, I'm taking all these chemistry, biology, all these science classes. And when I tell you, like, I simultaneously was, like, failing all of them. I'm, like, going to tutoring, like, oh, yes, I aced this one. Get the test back. I got, like, a 20. So, like, I'm stressed. Like, I'm pissed. Now I got to go to work after I found out this bad news. Like, I failed this test. Like, it was not it.
Yeah, so you weren't flourishing for real.
No, I was ready to go.
Uh-huh. Did you graduate?
I graduated.
Okay, so you got that bachelor's?
I did.
Shout out to that.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. It was definitely...
What'd you get it in?
Sociology.
Ooh.
Yeah. I worked a little bit.
Did a little sociology?
Mental health field. It was cool.
Shout out to the mental health field.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's very needed.
So
takes a special person.
Would you say that sparked your podcast? Because it's a lot of mental health things and healing and stuff. Would you say that was what sparked it?
I definitely would say that was a huge part of it, because I knew mental health, like, people having mental health illnesses were a thing, but, like, actually working in it and you seeing how bad it was starting to affect my mental health. Wow. And so I would say, honestly, yeah, that was definitely a spark for it. Yeah, because I didn't realize how important it was, until I was hands-on. Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah. I wouldn't go back.
You wouldn't?
Mm-mm. It's too... Okay, I think that somebody has to be built for that. I was kind of like... I wasn't made for it. I wasn't built for it. Like, I just went to school for it. And I thought I knew. It's kind of like if you want to be a nurse and you're like, oh, yes, I'm going to help all these people. And then you get there and you're like, I wasn't built or made for this. This wasn't...
The idea was
the
nice.
idea.
You had, And
it's not that you don't want to do great at it. It's just, you just realize it's not for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're still kind of doing part of it with this.
You're right.
Because would you say, do you get emails and stuff from your podcast?
I do. I get a lot of emails. A lot of people asking me for advice, which I'm not going to lie, that surprised me. Okay. Because to me, I'm a stranger. Yes. So you don't know, like, for you to trust me with basically all your business and trusting my insight, like, in making changes based off what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm a stranger. You don't know my credentials, but, a lot of people email me and they say that the things that I've told them, the advice has been really helpful for them. So, which is great. Yeah. So that's a blessing.
Shout out to Love V Talks.
Thank you. I try. What is your favorite color? I know what this is.
What is it?
Yellow.
Yellow is indeed my favorite color. Yellow was my mom's favorite color as well. And so I remember I remember I had on this SpongeBob t-shirt when I was younger, and I walked in the house and I was like, "Ooh, baby boy, you look so good in that yellow, the way it come off that skin. Oh boy, you so handsome in that yellow." So that I'm like, I'm always wearing yellow. So I kept some yellow on me. So yeah, I would say yellows.
You stay strapped up.
Stay strapped that yellow.
What's crazy is I just found out that you were a SpongeBob fan like a few weeks ago. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was like diehard SpongeBob.
You say your room was?
My entire room. And I'm going to put my auntie on blast because she told me, no. Did I ever tell you this story about how I came home and all my SpongeBob was gone?
No.
I came home. First of all, I had the I had the PJs. I had the SpongeBob TV.
Wow.
I had the SpongeBob nightlight.
So you're basically in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah. Comforter, curtains. Yeah, it was I was decked out. I had the SpongeBob phone.
Too much, but keep going.
Yeah. I had a lot of SpongeBob. So I came home one day. I want to say I was either in the 7th grade, maybe 8th. Okay. I came home and all my stuff was gone. And I was like, what happened to my room? And my aunt was like, you need to grow up. I was so hurt. She was like, you don't like Betty Boop? No, I like SpongeBob.
But doing that as a 7th grader is harsh. I can see if you was a sophomore in high school.
I was crushed.
I can see if you were a junior in high school, something like, okay, it's time for you to grow up. But to do that when you're still so young.
And she knew that I was going to raise hell because she did it while I was at school. Because I would have fought her on it. Like,
you would do hands?
I don't know if I would have thrown hands, but I probably would have like blocked the door or something. Like, you're not getting out of this room with my comforter.
Oh yeah, put that down.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? And you know, my grandma was in the other room like, Granny, you know, she probably didn't know what was going on either. Damn. She probably just woke up and decided to do that. But I was really hurt.
That is hurtful. Especially coming into that.
My whole room was gone.
Like, not even, she didn't leave you a speck of SpongeBob?
My house shoes. Yeah, my slippers and my PJs.
We usually had something. You probably put them on and cried in the corner.
I was crushed.
I had a SpongeBob small little throw blanket, and I took it.
Oh, I had one of those too.
I had it in college. My first college I went to was Delta State. Shout out to Delta State in Mississippi. So I was there, and they used to do dorm checks the night before the game. Make sure you went out doing what you're supposed to do. So I was in there, and my coach came to check on my room. We opened the door. He seen me laying in the bed with this SpongeBob blanket over the top of me. Now, mind you, I would say it was crazy because me and my best friend at the time, we had our own dorm rooms and we shared a bathroom. So we kind of, saying it now is kind of wild, but we pushed our beds together and we like stayed in the same room. And so he walked in, he see us like almost in the same bed, but his is like over there with the SpongeBob blanket on. He was like, So they brought me in the room and asked me if I had some sugar in my tank. Because, yeah. He's like, Wes, we didn't know about you, but you could play some football because we was all nervous. I'm like, what you nervous for, coach? I ain't gonna lie, we thought you had some sugar in your tank. I'm like, why do you think that? He's like, walked in the room, had the SpongeBob blanket. You and Isaac damn near in the same bed. So, yeah. After that, I got rid of that SpongeBob thing quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds traumatic. I feel like my story wasn't as bad because mine was like, they took it away while I was gone.
Yeah, but this was, we both 18. So I get it. I mean, looking back at it now, like, that's a crazy sight to walk in on. You walk in and 2 your football players in the same room with a SpongeBob blanket.
Yeah. I mean, I was still young.
Hey, I thought it was straight.
Right. Poor thing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
Been through a lot.
Yeah.
We went through a lot with SpongeBob.
Yeah. We can trauma bond.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let me see here. I'm trying to here's one. Ranch or blue cheese? You already know my answer.
I'm a ranch type of person. When I was younger, I was foolish and I would eat blue cheese a lot. Foolish with my wings. We had this place called Dog Water, and you had like the bowls were, out of a dog bowl, and they would give you blue cheese. So I ate it there, but it was a chunky one with the big chunk pieces.
I love that though.
Yeah, but then
so good.
I came out of the dark into the light, and I'm a ranch man. But I do like blue cheese crumble on top of like my salad.
Yeah, but not like the creamy blue cheese.
Dip like your wings or your pizza in.
It's so good.
And you're a blue cheese woman.
I love blue cheese.
Yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes. Too bad you keep making the same one, but I won't hold it against you. But ranch is definitely better than blue cheese.
I feel like ranch is an introduction to blue cheese.
You people out there, are you ranch or blue cheese? Put it in the comments, and we'll see if who got the most ranch or blue cheese. Ranch will probably win. Because ranch is more is more versatile than blue cheese, in my opinion.
Not everybody can be a winner, so it's all good.
And you haven't won much when it comes to this. So
I won a lot. I won enough. So how do you juggle relationship, following your dreams, and work?
Well, with the relationship part, it's easy because when you have a spouse who supports and believes in your dreams, it makes it easy. So I will say you support me in that. You hold me accountable in it. You have become my manager in a sense. I kind of dumped that on you and like had you like make sure I keep in order with, the different things and ventures that are coming up and keeping tabs of like brand stuff I have coming. And we have bi-weekly meetings about goals that I have, and you'll be kind of like, have you done this? Okay, well, you haven't done that. And so when you have someone who supports you in that and wants to see you, do well in that and doesn't have a jealous, heart toward it, you realize like what I'm trying to do and you support me in that. So it makes it easy.
Yeah.
You don't have, and you see like the big following, you don't let that get to you, or you don't let it interrupt our thing. Like, oh, who are these girls? And like, you don't do that. And you don't care to be seen for like, you don't care to be in the front street or be in videos or be posted anywhere, because you know what we have. So when you have that aspect, it makes it easy to juggle that with, what was the other one?
Your dreams, work.
So it makes it easier pursuing my dreams because you believe in that. I mean, when we first met, like you would speak life into that because I was, I had a very negative mind toward it all, or I would downplay everything. And you would be like, don't do that. What you're doing is good. You should be proud about that. You know what I'm saying? And you would keep me pushing. And every other day or every other week, you'd be like, hey, you said you're doing this. Did you do it? Oh, okay. Get right.
Exactly.
Because you like, you know where you're trying to go, get there. And so pursuing my dreams and being vulnerable enough to share my dreams with you, and you don't put them down, and you would help. And, we add that to our prayer list when we pray every night. So knowing that you believe in what I'm doing musically and content wise helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Work wise, who likes work? No one. No one likes to go to work. All right. But it doesn't really, mess with my dreams and stuff like that. I mean, I wish I didn't have to work. Well, we're almost to that point.
Yeah, we getting there.
You know what I'm saying? We pick around the corner we might can drop some shifts.
You feel me?
Go from full time to part time.
Catch a flight.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Clock in.
We almost there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to work. We taking a little vacation.
That's right.
Yeah, we almost there. But yeah, that's how I juggle it. You make it easy. So thank you for believing.
Of course.
Because, you hear them stories about dudes like, yeah, my girl didn't believe in me, man.
I try my best.
It's a tear.
Oh. You're trying to get all sentimental.
Is it possible to get anything you want by manifesting it?
I love that topic. I feel like everything that we do, we are manifesting, whether it's good or bad. So that's why I like to stop you when you speak certain things, because words to me have power. And so I'm very, very careful about the things that I say. So yes, I feel like you're manifesting everything. Every second of the day you are manifesting. Like if you hear someone that is successful the way that they speak, they talk about they could have been dirt poor, living in their car, didn't even know where their next meal was going to come from. But in their mind, no, this isn't me. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be an actress. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be real good at it. And what do? They
become it.
Yeah. So, I mean, now if they didn't have that mindset, where do you think that they would? Where they would be?
But we want to have that drive to get there.
Exactly.
That's true power to tongue. So what's something that you can say what's 3 things that that you've seen come from your manifestation?
The first thing, when I moved to Texas, I did not have a plan whatsoever. Didn't know where I was going to work. I had ran through my savings. So when I moved to Texas, like no plan, no money, had to move in with a family member. And within, I want to say 2 or 3 months, got a job. About 3 or 4 months in, because I moved December 2019. And so by March, I had started my podcast. And the responses that I was receiving from my listeners was really a big motivator for me. And so that was when I started to work on who I was and who I wanted to become. And that shift happened so quickly. I want to say within the first 6 months, I felt like I was a completely different person.
Wow.
So yeah, that's one.
Okay.
And then you said 3?
Yeah.
The second one, I would say getting through college. It was very difficult for me, but I did not complain. Like I was stressed out about it, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? This is important to me. I know I'm going to get through it. I might not know what I want to do with my life, but it's going to work out. And, I wish I would have spoke more positively, but my faith never diminished. So that, was a thing. I was like, you know what? I'm determined to get my degree. I don't know when I'm going to get it in, but I'm going to get it. Yeah. And I'm very thankful that I did that. The third one, let me see, my relationship. You.
Just wanted to say it.
I think I was very intentional about, because I know a lot of times people say like when they go through traumatic experiences in relationships, they're like, oh, I'm going to be cold hearted, or oh, I'm not, I'm going to treat the next person like this. And I'm like, you know what? I still want to have a pure heart, because at the end of the day, I do want to be in a relationship. I do want to start a family. So there's no point in me hating the world over what somebody else did. So I was very intentional about like how I was saying my affirmations, taking care of myself with the people that I surrounded myself with, the conversations that I would have. Like if somebody would come to me and be like, men are this, I'm like, no. Actually, men are pretty cool. Men are good people. Men, they want to take care of their responsibilities. They're genuine. You're not going to have me out here talking bad about men. Like, I want to find a good one. So why would I go men bashing? That doesn't make sense to me. And then once I started doing that, it's like everything that I said that I wanted, I got.
Shout out that. Yeah. So, a question that I get sometimes, throw this one in there, because I'm so public with, because I'm, I guess, a public figure now. So there's times I post you, but then people go to your social media. You don't post much of your personal life. So what would you say when people be like, okay, is she really serious about this relationship? Because we see that he's so, gung ho about it. Why doesn't she do this and that? Like, does she really want to be with him for real? Or like, did she do that like he on social media?
Well, okay, if someone says that, oh, she wants to be with him for social media, I will counter that, because if you're saying that I don't post him, well, then how do I want attention and I'm only with him for social media if I don't post him on social media? Totally. I don't see how that makes sense. But I'm also a very private person, and I don't have anything to prove to anybody. My business is my business.
Say that.
And I like to keep it that way.
Say it again.
My business is my business. I like to keep it that way. Yeah. I feel like people feel obligated when you post all of your business. Now they feel like you owe them an explanation of why y'all broke up or why this happened. I don't owe you anything.
I'm never going to ask for privacy at this time.
Right. I'm not about to ask for privacy, and I've been telling y'all everything. I done took y'all in a delivery room. like, I'm not, no. Yeah. I'm just going to start with privacy in the beginning, and that's something that is very important to me. I don't want anyone to feel like I owe them an explanation about my life.
Yeah, say that. Okay. My business is my business. How has healing helped you navigate through today's version of you? So today's version of you, how's it different from the before the healing?
Oh my God. The old V was so embarrassing. I dealt with anything, didn't know what a boundary was. If it hit me in the face, I let people walk all over me. I let people get away with things that they shouldn't have. I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And so being intentional about healing has definitely been a huge turning point. It wasn't always fun, but it was worth it.
Okay.
What was the question? Like, how has it been different for me, or how is it?
How has your healing helped you navigate through today's version of you?
My level of discernment has skyrocketed in my faith, because everything that I preach, I practice. So everything I tell everybody else to do, like, I do it. I'm telling you because I've done it and I've seen other people do it. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, if I, because that's what's helped me. Therapy, going to the gym is like therapy for me.
You be in that gym now.
I love
5 a.m.
Yeah, I love going to the gym. Now, I fell off for a little bit, but I got back on it. I was like, this year, you see me, because I got my little planner. Like, I plan my days out. Like, I was like, man, I was on it at first, but then I kind of slacked a little bit. But I was like, nope, I'm not going to let myself do that. So I'm on it. Every goal that I have set, I accomplish. Every last one of them.
Say that.
So, so like therapy, gym, who I surround myself with, learn how to say no. And I mean no as in a complete sentence. I don't even have to explain it to you. If you ask me to do something, no, I don't owe you an explanation. It is what it is.
Okay. How would you describe the best way to handle losing family/friend relationships?
I think that...
Now, is this about... Okay, go ahead.
Well, because I was going to say, it depends. Like, if you're talking about losing as in they pass away.
So let's go with grief, and then losing friends or family just because of not beef, but not seeing eye to eye, or you see a boundary that you say set up and they were crossing that boundary, didn't respect it, so you had to cut them off, whether it be family or friend. Have you had to do that?
Right.
Have you done that before?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go with grief, and then let's go with having to cut them off because of crossing that boundary.
Okay.
Yourself.
So when my great grandmother passed away, Miss Charles Guyton, when she passed away I want to say she passed away the year I moved to Dallas.
Okay.
And it was so weird because this was around the time that I was looking for a job. So I was out job hunting, like constantly driving around the city. And I remember this particular day, I was driving, I was on my way to a job interview, and something told me, like, mind you, I didn't have another job lined up or anything. Something told me, you don't need that job. I'm midway there, and it was a nice drive too. And I just decided to turn around. And before I left the house, my aunt was like, I need to tell you something, but you need to go to your job interview first, and then I'll tell you afterwards. So I didn't know what she wanted to talk to me about. I'm on my way to the job interview, and I didn't even feel any type of way about it. Something told me, like, turn around. You don't even need that job. Just go back. And I was like, okay. I didn't even question it. Drove back home, and then that was when my aunt told me that my great grandmother had passed away. And the voice was so clear that I 100% believe that it was her, because she had literally just passed away maybe like 30 minutes before I left the house.
Wow.
But that took me a really long time to get over, because at first I didn't really grieve the normal way, like what most people would expect, like crying, I didn't have any of that. I was fine. I felt like I was peaceful. I was calm, and I felt like she was talking to me every day. So I didn't feel anything. But one day, I don't know if I told you this, but she was always talking about, like, having coffee with me, like having our coffee dates. And like, we never had our coffee dates. And like, thinking about that, I just bawled my eyes out. And this was maybe like a year after she passed away.
Wow.
So I can't really tell anybody how to grieve, keep going as much as you can. I know grief counseling helps a lot of people. If it's too unbearable for you, I just know that everybody handles it differently. So I want to be careful with what I tell people, just because it's so different. It looks so different for people. I would say definitely grief counseling, having a support system, even if it's just because I had a friend have someone close to her pass away, and she didn't want to hang out with anybody for a really long time. And so I would just Uber her food to the house, or I would actually drop it off at her house with a note, just to show her love without seeing her. People try to like bombard people that are and, grieving, like, no, you need to be around people. That's not necessarily true. So if they ask for space, like, respect that. And I don't know how people should deal with it. Okay. Yeah.
And how would you deal with losing a friend or family based off they crossed the boundary, or there was disrespect, there was, there was unreconcilable differences?
Yeah.
Or something. What are the correct terms you say? The best way to handle it?
I think, and I actually just spoke to somebody about this before I came here.
Okay.
Because I had someone, she was telling me about like a friend that she's been really close with, like a sister for a few years now. And she just feels like this person is like a bad friend. She's not, respecting her. She's not giving what she's receiving in the friendship. And so what I told her was that as long as you do your part, everything else is on their plate. Like, you never want the ball to be in your court. So what I mean by that is, let's say you notice someone not doing their part in the relationship, friendship. Hey, this is bothering me. This is what's my concern. I don't know how to feel about it. I just want to see where you are. I noticed that you've been different lately. Is there something going on? And if they say nothing or whatever, especially after you, express your concerns, the ball isn't in your court anymore, because they can't say you didn't ask. They can't say that you didn't lend a hand. They can't say that you weren't a good friend by asking. So once you put that on the table, about me, I'll walk away. I mean, because they can't say that you didn't do your part.
So you would say after you've reached out, tried to have the conversation, if nothing happens, okay, let it go. And
I don't even feel like you have to explain to them anything. You can just leave it where it be. But I mean, if they ask you and you say, hey, I tried to talk to you, friend. I mean, I still wasn't getting what I needed, and I tried to communicate that with you, and so I just had to move on. Nothing hard, no hard feelings, but
all right. Bye.
It is what it is.
So, where are you from, and what do you do to relax?
Okay, so where am I from? So I am from East St. Louis, Illinois. Do not get that confused with St. Louis. I like to tell people St. Louis because, like, if I say East St. Louis, they're like, oh, you're from Missouri. No. So I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois.
Oh, so that's not where Sexy Red is from?
Sexy Red is from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, but, I mean, the only thing that's separating us is a bridge. Like, we're all of
so you from
5-10 minutes from each other. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And then what do I do to relax?
Yes. I feel like I know.
Sleep. Watch movies. Go for a walk.
Aliens versus...
Oh, yeah. Plants versus Zombies.
Plants versus Zombies.
I love playing my Plants versus Zombies. Definitely.
Yeah.
Getting a massage. Haven't done it in a while. Go to the sauna.
You love that
I love the sauna.
Infrared sauna.
I love the infrared sauna.
Yeah.
Hands down great.
Yes.
What else do I like to do? I like to cuddle with my hun bun.
Your who?
My hun bun.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't think. Those are like my main ones. Yeah. Okay. Heavy on the sleep.
Heavy on the sleep.
I love to sleep.
You're one of the most sleepiest people I've ever met.
Thank you.
Like, ever.
Thank you.
Like, you'll have something that you need to do and you decide to sleep before you do it.
Yeah.
And then wonder why you're running late.
Yeah.
Something else. Yeah. That sleep is crazy.
Yeah. I would do that in college. Like, if I had 30 minutes between class, it take me 10 to walk to my dorm. I don't care. I'm taking that 5-minute nap. And then I'm going to get up and walk to my next class. It was worth it.
Right, as long as it's worth it to you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Any more questions for me?
I have my own personal questions. Not my personal, but people ask me, you know what I'm saying, throughout. And one person wanted to know, how do you still focus on yourself and not lose yourself while being in a relationship? Because, a lot of people lose themselves, and then, like, after they break up, it's like, oh, I lost myself. So how would you tell, someone how to not lose themselves? Or how do you not lose yourself? Because you're very, like, you love being in a relationship, but you do make sure you take your time for yourself.
Yeah.
It's
very important.
Yeah. So how would you tell someone how to not lose themselves?
I would tell them not to stop doing what you were doing before the relationship.
Okay.
So a lot of people, they'll get into one and they'll drop their weekly friend date. They'll drop going to the gym. They'll drop reading like they normally do. Don't do that. That's not good, because what you're going to do is you're going to center your entire happiness around this person. And then once they're gone, then what? Or when they get busy, then what? That's not good. So you always want to keep yourself. Now, I do understand, when someone enters your life, there's some compromises that will be made, and that's okay. But to completely stop, it's not. I would never advise anybody to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
That's just what people ask me.
Yes. I'm a Christian.
You are?
Yes, I'm a Christian woman.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Do you guys study the Bible together and you guys pray together?
We do. We actually have our daily devotionals. Yes. We haven't done it in a few days, but that's okay, whatever. On a regular basis, we do. We have prayer night, which is pretty much every night we pray together. And
pray over our meals.
Yeah, over our meals.
We eat a lot, so we eat a lot. There's a lot of prayer over meals.
It's crazy because I eat more than you.
You do?
I eat a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
And the thing about you, you love you some leftovers.
It tastes so much better.
I'm not gonna lie. So I remember we had first came down here. You had leftovers. Your breakfast was like oatmeal, chicken tenders. It was maybe a little lasagna something, and you
salmon,
and you sat there and ate that all. And I'm like, what is that?
I did. It was a lovely meal.
I'm eating breakfast, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's everything from yesterday.
It was like a mini buffet.
Yeah, so we do pray a lot. And you're eating. You do.
I love food. I'll never give that up.
You should not.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we do all that. We have prayer nights. We have our daily devotionals that we do. We study. Mm-hmm. I think we pretty steady with that.
Yeah. Yeah, people ask me questions about you all the time, so I'm using them for this moment.
Okay, what other questions? I'm sure something else.
They ask about our communication. How do you do the long distance? I could never do long distance. I just I need to be up under him. How they say it. So how do you navigate, or how do we, make the long distance work?
Yeah.
Is this your first ever long distance relationship?
Yeah.
People who don't know, we are in a long distance relationship.
Right.
Because sometimes you'll be on my live and you're not, and they're like, "Where V at? Where V at?"
Yeah.
So let them know that we are long distance.
Right.
You reside in
Texas.
I reside in
Florida.
Okay. And we're 6 months strong with the long distance. Mm-hmm. So I guess we could both answer, but how do you work? How do we communicate through it? How do we navigate through it?
We definitely have to get creative with date nights, being intentional about calling on a regular basis.
And you hate FaceTime.
Even though I hate FaceTime, we literally FaceTime every day.
We do.
So that was something that compromise.
Ooh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If somebody asked, do we finish each other's sentences? We do.
We definitely do. Yeah. So that's something that I compromise on. And even though I hate FaceTiming, I don't hate FaceTiming with you. So
that is so cute.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're very intentional about sending me flowers.
Sending flowers is a mission.
Let me tell you.
It's a mission. We gotta I tried to be cute and send her some flowers one time. And I'm like, hey, babe, what time you going to be home? She's like, oh, wow. I'm like, oh, I just, want to make sure you get home safe, And so she's home, and I get a message from the flower delivery, like, oh, the flowers are there. So I'm like, hey, babe, open your front door. And she's like, okay, go to the front door. It's like, boy, ain't nothing here. I'm like, you sure? Like, yeah. I'm like, man, it's right here. I'm like, man, dang. She's like, what was it? I'm like, well, you say you like, flowers, on your desk. I will make sure you have flowers or anything. She's like, oh. I'm like, dang. She's like, well, don't worry about it. It's a thought that counts. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it again. So I didn't tell her. I sent them again. A different company. I'm like, babe, check your front door. Yeah, they still ain't here, babe. I'm 0 for 2. I tried 3 times. I tried 3 times in one day with 3 different flower companies. And it didn't get there. But whatever doorstep they went to, they did drop them off at your apartment the following morning.
Right. That was really nice of them.
So sending you flowers
my neighbor. Shout out to my neighbor. I don't know who.
Sending you flowers is a hassle. Yeah. I was 0 for 3. So now when I visit, I just make sure I bring flowers with me. Which looks good because people are like, oh,
at the airport.
I wish my man would. They be like, I know she's going to be so happy when she get them. So maybe look cool walking through the airport with 2 dozen roses in my bag.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Anything for you. What they say, if he wanted to, he would. He will.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Okay.
Attention with flowers.
Yeah. We definitely have our movie nights. get food on FaceTime, watching a movie together.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're strong with having prayer nights together. Even though we're long distance, we hold each other accountable still. And so, like, even though we're away physically, it's like, you know, even though we're away, like, we spend a lot of time together.
We do.
So, yeah.
I would say our communication has been very key as well, because we don't shy away from, what they say, the hard conversations.
Yes.
You know, 'cause we had our own tough conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, soak up all your time. You like, I need me time.
Right.
Remember how dramatic I was?
Yeah. I'm not even going to, okay. So, you want to talk about that?
What I said, this feels like a breakup.
And I couldn't believe you said that. I'm like, dude, I'm just asking. I'm like, that was a really hard conversation to have, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of shied away from having it, because I'm like, man, I know he's on not be happy with this. So,
and also, I'm a very dramatic person.
Yeah.
As you could tell my reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said that, you know, you needed some me time, because the me time you usually have, would you say, going back to not losing yourself in relationships. And you were like, I feel like I'm going to start if I don't get back to having my me time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dang. And I'm like, we don't even talk that much anyway. And I was being, but she was like, I mean, okay.
I'm like, what do you mean we don't talk too much?
But then, like, what's funny though, but like, you allowed me to be my dramatic self, and you're like, okay, well, basically that's what it is. So, and I was at work. Should I go back to work? You know, we'll talk about it. And then with me waking up the next morning, actually like sitting with it, I'm like, okay, I was being dramatic. Came back, apologized for my dramatic. It wasn't like it was a disrespect thing. I was just like, wow, like, you leaving me, and like, what does this mean? Blah blah blah. And I'm like,
the drama.
Yeah, I'm a very dramatic person.
Gosh.
But I feel like our communication through some of the tougher conversations.
You came back pretty fast though.
I did. It don't take me long.
Needed a night.
Cause I tell I'm a very routine person, so my routine is off.
Yeah.
And I had to like figure out where I feel.
And then what agitated me the most with you is that same day you were like, yeah, I know we normally talk while you're at work, but it was like, that actually wasn't that bad.
I'm just dramatic. Forgive me, you know? Right. But I feel like our communication helps the distance relationship, you know, grow stronger as we are, you know? And that's a lot, like, people don't understand how we got so close so fast. But I'm like, we have really intentional conversations. And we don't shy away from some of the hard ones that you don't want to have because it's still in the honeymoon phase, as they would say. Yeah. You know? I feel like that helps us navigate. And the creativeness with the date nights, and, you know, sometimes I'd be like, all right, you know, let's have a virtual date. What you want to eat, we'll get that, and we'll just sit there and like eat together. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, they say, how do long distance work? That's the way. Because sometimes you go 30 days without seeing each other. 45 days. So you gotta get creative to make sure that person still feels seen and loved, even from afar. Exactly. And that's the way. Yeah, for sure. I think that this relationship has taught me a lot, because I'm very impatient, and it's something I'm working on. I know you think, oh, like, I'm just so chill. You are. Which I am. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, this is a long time before I see him. But I don't like saying that, because I feel like it's going to make the time go by faster. So to you, or slower, but to you, you're thinking like, dang, does she care? Like, no, I really do. Like, I just like would rather not. Because think about how long it is. I look at the calendar every day. And then you piss me off. You give me the countdown every day. Wake up 5 a.m. 19 days. I'm like, I was trying to forget. And you be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I'm working on it. So what's one thing that surprised you about me? I would say how laid back you are. Well, not necessarily laid back. So you do have like a lot of friends, right? But you definitely... You think that it's just me that likes my me time, but you definitely got me beat. Because when we talk, like, especially on the weekends, you're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to brunch with such and such. Leah, shout out to Leah, Casey, Ari, Kiki. Shout out Kiki. Yeah, Kiki. Yeah, she'll fight for you. And what's the other one? Who? That you went out with the last 2 nights. Not Tiffany.
You talking about?
You went to the Mardi Gras party and
Brandy.
shout out my dog Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. Love you.
Yeah, shout out.
That's
Brandy.
my girl.
Yeah, shout out Brandy. No.
Yeah. She's a diehard fan.
That's my dog.
Yeah, she'll fight for you too.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Word to Brandy and Kiki.
Yeah.
Got y'all.
Yeah. They haven't even met you yet, and they're like,
I met Brandy.
You met Brandy already?
She was at your birthday dinner.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you met
I haven't
Brandy.
met Kiki.
You have not met Kiki.
That's the one I haven't met.
Oh, okay. Well, you will soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She loves you already.
Shout out to my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my me time.
You claim that it's me that values my me time, but as many friends as you have, you definitely spend more time by yourself than I do. Yeah.
But also I feel like because it's a lot, like because I'm entertaining like my social media friends. Shout out to them, you know, and it's a lot of energy coming up with content for that, and then going out and people noticing, having to speak to them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
I mean, that's fair.
I might be scared to go out now.
Why are you scared to go out?
Because people be like knowing me now, I'd be scared. I tell you, a real time, I was at Target. I went to Target and I came home and I got DM like, "Would you just at Target on like 56 and like MLK?" And I'm like, "Yeah, would you wearing this?"
Dang.
"Oh yeah." "Did you bought this, didn't you?" So like you followed my every move.
Why you ain't lie?
Because I knew it was me.
I mean, yeah. I told you you're very distinctive. You really blew me when you were like, I can't believe people notice. First of all, your laugh.
But also
the outfit you wear, like
the same
come
ones.
on now, dude.
I wear the same fits on screen.
You're not
off.
inconspicuous. I don't even know why you like the delusion is real.
It'd be crazy. I'd be like, I'm gonna throw a hat on.
How do they know it was me?
I'm gonna throw a hat on.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna throw a hat on with a sweater. I'm gonna be straight.
Like what you normally wear? Yeah, that'll get them.
The drag, crazy.
Yeah.
I do like being myself, but not as much as you though.
I will have to argue you down with that one because I definitely, I go out way more than you do.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay, you win.
Yeah, you stand corrected. Is there anything that surprised you about me? Like, what did you least, like, what was something about me that was like, oh wow, I didn't think that.
I know I don't give you credit like when we're together, but your sense of humor is like you're funny, like you're hilarious. You have good jokes.
Thank you.
And like your them one punchlines, like when we was at the candle making, something inside a church.
Oh, and everybody started laughing. I didn't even think I was that loud.
Yeah, you loud now, but like you have your sense of humor, like you're funny. I will say that, like you're funny.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, you.
I'll give you your flowers. I'll give you your flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, but you are you're funny.
Thank you. So you weren't expecting that.
I was not expecting you to be like because it seemed like because you always put together and almost I thought you're gonna be more like like maybe soft and like whatever. Now you out there.
Yeah.
And I remember you dragged me. Remember that time you were joking on me because I sent you a picture where I used to wear the 2 dingly earrings, and you killed me for like 30 minutes straight with straight pictures. Like you. And I never had no one like, that's the first time I've never had like a comeback for somebody. Like usually I can come back, like you like killed me that whole day.
I'm sorry.
But it made me fall in love more.
Well, I kept calling you names.
You were going in. I ain't gonna say the names, but you was going in on me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
It was funny though. I mean, you took it like a champ.
I mean, it was funny.
That picture was funny.
And I thought you were like, oh yeah, you got dirty earrings. Okay,
I don't know why you would have thought that.
You went dumb on me. So I will say your sense of humor shocked me, for sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a comedian. Wow.
I'm not give you that much. Nah, sometimes I see you take it. I give you an inch, you taking a mile. You're not a comedian, but you're funny.
Okay. Right. Whatever you say. Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So another thing that kind of like surprised me about you is I still haven't gotten it right yet because I'm still trying to figure it out. But your relationships with like your other families, it's still, the math isn't mathing in my head.
I'm going to give you a diagram.
You're going to have to.
I have to work out.
Because I'm like, whose sister is this?
But you know how like growing up in our culture, like we will somebody that's really your friend, we're gonna say that's my sister because y'all done grown up forever.
Right.
That's my uncle because that was close friends with them. So that's kind of how I incorporate the other families because I've known them since middle school, 6th grade, and was around them a lot.
Right.
So that automatically like that was family. Like, oh yeah, this is my brother.
Yeah.
This is Mama Jody. Shout out to Mama Jody. Shout out to them. You feel me? Shout out to Rhode Island.
Make sure.
Yeah. But that's how it is, and like some of them are very in depth and close knit like family relationships that
makes
really,
sense.
Like did for me and took care of me in like some hard moments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it really is family. But if you were not around, hearing it from outside looking in, you'd be like, okay, this sounds insane. I
wouldn't say it sounded insane because like I get it.
It's just a lot of dynamic.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh yeah, this is such and such a sister, and like they moved to Louisiana, but like her cousin is still in Florida. And then like, yeah, he married somebody from Cali. I'm like, oh, that's great. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to remember this.
Yeah, you're not going to follow it. But I feel like once you actually meet these people, it'll all...
The dots will connect.
The dots will connect. And then when you tell the story to your family, it'll make sense.
I'm not telling them anything. I would rather you...
butchered it.
I did.
So...
My mom was so confused. Like, the long pauses that she was giving me, I know she was staring in the air.
Yeah, because you made it sound crazy.
I did what I did with the information that I had. Yeah. She's like, so why is somebody from Florida? Like, she really was interrogating me.
What made him go all the way over there?
She says, that don't make sense.
So, yes, the dynamic is crazy. It'll make sense once you start meeting everybody because we have to take these trips.
Right. Yeah.
It's moving fast.
I think that you and my grandma will probably be pretty darn close.
Okay.
Because my grandma, she's nosy, but like I am too. She's like me. She's going to ask you. Thank you. She's going to ask you a lot of questions.
Okay.
But like once she gets through all the questions, and it'll be all in one sitting.
Wow.
In her defense, where are you from? Where are your parents? Do you have a job? What do you...
Are you employed?
Do you have kids? Okay. When was your last relationship? She might not ask that. Why didn't it work out? I don't know if she'll go into that, but she is pretty nosy. Mm-hmm. Might ask about your mom. How did you end up with this other family? Like, but just be direct with her. Keep it short, because if you add any ad libs, she's gonna go into the ad libs. Like, like if she asks you, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Tampa." And if you say like, "Yeah, I'm from Tampa, but like I lived in Cali." "So why did you live in Cali?"
Ooh, some more.
"Oh, I live in Cali because like my sister, she's out there." You said you didn't have another sister.
Okay. So I gotta make sure I'm direct and all that. Got it.
Please.
Got it.
Please.
All right.
Because the same faces that I make when I'm confused.
Your faces are terrible.
She's like, what?
Your faces are awful.
My mom, she's pretty chill. Like, I feel like I'm more like my mom than anything. Mm. She's going to ask questions, but like she's just going to watch you more than anything. She's not going to like interrogate you.
Got it. Question. Are we going to see V in some videos?
I think that's up to you.
It's not up to me.
Well, because I like wherever you tell me to like, if you come to me with an idea and it's like, oh, that sounds nice. Like, okay, I want to be a part of it.
What if it doesn't sound nice? What if you don't get it? But I'm like, I promise you, it's funny. They're gonna like it.
I mean, I'll at least try because I trust your judgment. Like, clearly you're good at what you do.
Okay.
So, like I always say, you're not gonna see everybody's vision. You're not gonna understand it. So, like, I'm still gonna try.
That's when people bring up the social media part. I'm like, she don't care about the social media, because I remember when we first got together, you was like, I'm not trying to be the couple on social media doing all these things together. We're not doing prank videos. Like, we're not doing none of that. I support you, but I'm gonna be back here. I don't care to be on screen with you. I've almost forced you to be on screen sometimes.
Yeah. So I find it pretty wild that people,
Also, what is your favorite skit of mine?
I don't really have a favorite, but I would say you don't really do them very often, but I like the TED Talks.
Vecna Hockenstein?
Yes, Vecna Hockenstein. Like, I don't even know, like, not a specific one, but I just like that character. Like, I don't know why. Because it's like, you sound just like a TED Talk. Like, all the little ad-libs, all the, like, the gestures, like, I don't know. I just like watching them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the FaceTimes, because it's pretty obvious when you're throwing shade, because we would just get done like going back and forth. And then it just so happens coincidentally, but you know, on purpose, now you got a freaking argument on FaceTime in the video, and it goes viral.
Yeah. And now people know.
You're welcome.
Now people know, they're like, oh, you talking about V, ain't you?
Exactly.
I don't confirm nor deny.
Good for you.
I'll let you be in the comments, and you girl, he gotta be. But yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions you have, young lady?
Unless you want to answer some more questions from your followers, because they still had like some more good questions. I think some of these are repeats.
Okay.
One of them was, I think I scrolled past. Oh, so if you had a box full of everything you've ever lost, what's the first thing you're looking for? That's a good question.
Money.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. One time I lost $600.
Like lost in a game, or like you actually lost
in real life, just living life, walking around.
There's no way.
There's a way, because I had it just cash in my pocket. You know, I'd be dumb and be like, I got a little stack on me.
And that's what you get.
And I was like, got a little stack on me, got a little money on me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I put it down or.
Oh my God.
My shorts, they be little sometimes, and the pocket's not that deep. So maybe if I had the pocket.
You had on hoochie shorts?
I had on the hoochie daddy shorts. Because I feel like I have a good legs on me.
You do have nice legs.
Yeah, so I like to show that because the dynamic is.
So you wore hoochie shorts with $600 in your pocket?
I was flexing, yes. And that's what you get for flexing. Kids at home, don't flex.
So you paid $600 to flex?
Paid?
That's literally what you did. You paid $600 to flex.
So anyway, I was, I had it on me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what I did or what happened. I think it fell out of my pocket. And I got home and I'm like, oh.
You paid somebody's car note.
Yeah, so I walked around and I feel like the person at the store had my money. Cause you know how when people have your stuff,
you should have claimed that on your taxes as donation.
They try to help you look for it.
Yeah.
Like, no, you like, man, let me help you find that thing, man. No, where you was when you was in here. You got my money.
They got it.
Damn, man, I know you hurt, dog. Man, listen, man, if I come across it, you're lying.
You're lying.
You already came across it.
Exactly.
It's gone.
You already went to the ATM.
So yeah, if I could, money.
Wow.
I lost like a good amount of money like several times. I'm known for losing money.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was hurt over $5 that I lost at a party, let alone $600. Like, I literally had my cousin helping me look for this money
$5?
At a party. Like, I really was sad about it.
Yeah. I mean, I was hurt, but, it comes and goes. I'm like your brother. Every time I check my account, I know what number could be or should be.
I'm so ashamed of him for doing that mess.
Yeah.
Getting scammed like that.
The gambling thing's real.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what would you look for if you got a box of everything you all lost?
Everything that I've lost. I had like some collectible Barbie dolls, and I don't know where they went.
Barbie dolls out of all things?
Yes, because they were collectibles like the Brandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the real deal. I don't know why my mom bought me what is her name? Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
I had like the good ones. Like they were still in the box, like a collectible. I have no idea what happened to them.
Damn.
No clue. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I think it might be at my grandma's house though. I had like some letters that my great grandma wrote me, and I don't know where half of them are. Like I'm really hurt behind it.
That's terrible.
I kept them in this box, and we had like a flood.
Okay.
So like I don't know if I still have them.
You got lost in the flood.
I'm really hurt behind it.
I would find yearbooks as well. I lost a lot of yearbooks.
Me too.
Cause we moved a lot. Me and my family moved a lot. Like it was a joke that I would I would always tell people that we was in the military, but it never made sense. It never made sense because we would move like across the street or like around the corner.
Oh my God!
Or so like on the other traffic light
across the street.
Yeah, so like, why y'all moving so much? Oh, like why your phone number changed so much? Ah, man, we in the military, so sometimes we got to switch this and that depending on what we doing. And since we moved so much, like I lost a lot. But yearbooks from like school, high school, because like in the moment you're like, man, nobody care about that. But as you get older, you wish you had those things to look back on. Yeah. Like when I go to my friend's house from that time, they still have them. Like that's cool, just for like the moments of when we have kids and like, oh, Dad, what were you like in school and this and that. Like I would like to show them like my yearbook and this and that, and like, oh, this friend and that friend and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
that I lost a lot of pictures. I have no pictures or anything from childhood. Like I have none. And in the moment I'm like, that doesn't matter.
That would hurt me.
Yeah, in the moment I'm like, that doesn't matter. But as I'm older now, it's like I wish I had those memories, because it's good to like show you, like when you came and met my family, like, oh, this and that, and like sit down with my dad and my brother and them, and like, oh, this is the funny thing about like we lost a lot because like we moved often. Shout out to the military, man. Had us moving.
That you weren't in.
You don't know that. So yeah.
I've done my homework.
You stalk me?
You don't know what I do.
Did you stalk me when we first telling people what you thought about me when we first got together?
I assumed that you were a whore. And
it's incredible, man. That's incredible.
But you know what? I gave you a chance because I'm like, well, I don't know this man, so he might not be. Because in my eyes, okay, you got on live and you're like, yeah, my DMs are open. So there's more than one person in your DM.
There was a lot of people there that had interest in me, and I was out here, you know, I was a lonely man.
Right.
Unclaimed. So I'm like, hey.
So why wouldn't I believe that? Why wouldn't I think that?
I mean, it was almost like a dating show. Doesn't make me that.
No, it doesn't. See? That's why I say I assume, but I wanted to give you a chance because I'm like, well, that might not be the case.
So let's go. Could people ask about the love story? So that happened. Reached out. Tell them about the first time we actually met and how crazy it was on your end.
What you mean? Like we actually saw each other? Like
yes,
came to see each other?
Because you remember when I moved back from Cali to Florida, I had to go to Rhode Island to see my family.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, how about you, instead of going back from Rhode Island to Florida, you come to Texas, because the plan was I would fly to see you first.
Right.
But I'm like, it's going to be too much to change a flight. I get back to work. I can't.
Yeah.
You were mad.
Oh, I was enraged.
You were upset. I got a long message. You say you claim you do this and you claim you want to do that. I can't tell. You wouldn't book no flight. You went off on me.
Yeah, I did.
Like a whole thing. How can you say you do this but you won't even?
Yeah, I did.
You know? But then you took the ball in your court and you flew to me first.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild because you never met me.
Wild.
We just talked over the phone.
Diabolical.
You know nothing about me. Mm-hmm. And you stayed with me.
Yeah, I did.
Like, how was that?
Okay, so I did talk to one of my friends about that because I was just so frustrated. And she said, well, V, you got to understand, he literally just moved and he's trying to get settled. So, like, it's not that he doesn't want to see you. Like,
what friend was that? Kiki?
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog, Kiki, man.
Anywho.
Talking some sense into you. Kiki, I owe you one. I owe you a big one.
You gonna let me and Kiki go on a vacation? You gonna take us on a vacation?
Let's finish this story. But yeah, Kiki, I got you. Anywhere you want to go, let me know.
Puerto Rico.
Okay, let her tell me.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So, booked the flight, went out there. I literally, first of all, I freaking lied to my aunt because I already knew she was going to drag me. Like, you're going to go see this strange man across the country you don't know by yourself. But I eventually told her, afterwards. And, yeah, it was a great time. I really enjoyed myself. I'm glad I came.
Were you nervous?
I wasn't nervous at all because I told all my homegirls where I was going to be, turn my location on.
Not nervous of like something bad going to happen. Nervous like first meeting.
I mean, I was nervous. Like, I was a little bit because it's like, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, if we're going to vibe, whatever. But it was a good time. I'm glad I came. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool. I can't complain.
Yeah, you still here.
Exactly.
5 months later.
Exactly. So, be good. You did all right.
Yeah, because I'm great.
Yeah, you are great. I'll give you that. That's very true. So, I can't believe I did that. That was diabolical. Okay. Flying across the country to somebody that you don't know.
That's how my friends knew. They're like, yeah, lock in.
Why? Because I came first?
Yeah, because you came. And because you know the notion, like, fly me out.
Yeah.
You bought your own flight.
Yeah.
You did. I mean, you didn't ask me to pay for it, but you
right.
were like, okay, you're not coming to me. Boom, I just booked my flight. I'm going to be there them days. Get right.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. So then I told my friends.
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, you should come here. They're like, what? I'm like, yes, you bought her own flight. They said, what? She did what? Yeah, lock in, bro. She a real one. Because she ain't coming at you. She ain't looking at you for what you got.
Right.
She clearly really like you because she booked her own flight. You didn't ask for no reimbursement or nothing.
Right. Well, I mean, there was nothing to reimburse because remember I told you I had my frequent flyer points.
Yeah, so your flight was what, $8?
It was $5. So I was like, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. I just, worst thing can happen, and I just lost some points. Like, I went to the beach, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
And it was crazy because I feel like that was like perfect timing because like my situation, like with my old job and stuff. So it was that was like the perfect time. God is so good. Thank you. I'm so glad that they yeah. Yeah, your girl is off to bigger and better things. I appreciate them for recognizing that.
You are.
And releasing me.
Releasing you out to the thing.
Yeah, I love that.
That was a wild, because I've never, and that was wild to see because that happened before we even met. And seeing how you, that's another thing that probably surprised me about you as well, how you handle like some of those life-turning moments, just like hearing your story and then even seeing that, like you lost a job and you wasn't like tripping. You was like, okay, well, I know I can't go out and do this and that. I got groceries. I got money to pay this and that. So I could be straight for whatever you planned it out. And you didn't stress once. Like you weren't upset. You're like, all right, well, I'm about to go on vacation, coming to Florida.
Yeah, I'm going to go on vacation.
And you were chilling,
screw that.
seeing how you like maneuver through that. Because most people would be stressing like bad. And also show how like responsible you've been to that point, because you were able to like withstand however many months you would have to have gone, but you also manifested and knew that you were going to have something. And like it was crazy because like that manifested thing, like you hear about it in church and stuff like that, but seeing it through you, like even the little or the big ones, like you're like, somebody gonna pay for my meal today. You go to work, yeah, my boss bought me lunch. I'm like, what?
That happens so many times.
You know what I'm saying? You do that, but then like in that, you're like, I know I'm going to get a better job than this. It's going to be this and that. It's going to be this. It's going to allow me to do this and that. And you said specifics, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is like where I am now fell into my lap. Yeah. Like I wasn't even looking. Like even though like I lost a job, I was like most people like I'm not telling you not to do this, please, y'all. Look for a job, okay? If you lose a job, look for a job. But don't do what I did. But I lost it on Friday, and then that either Tuesday or Wednesday, literally I got a call like, hey, I don't know if you're looking for a job, but I have one. The pay is great. You can like do this, you blah, 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 like the benefits. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I didn't even apply for it. I literally did nothing, and it was knocking at my door, and I got it.
One of God's favorites.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't stress at all. I went to sleep every night knowing that I didn't have a job.
You didn't stress once.
You
woke up, you're like, oh, this was kind of nice.
Yeah. I felt great. You were like, are you okay? Yeah, hell yeah.
You like, I'm straight. I'm good.
Yeah. But I think really, honestly, like I knew that I didn't belong there anymore. I think that the job was a great stepping stone for me because they helped polish like my communication skills, my professional skills. So I'm not going to sit there and like be like, oh, it was a crappy job, because it wasn't. Mm-hmm. But I think for the time being, because I felt myself not having a passion for it anymore, and I just started doing bare minimum because I just didn't really feel appreciated, but I appreciate what I did get from them. And so it prepared me for what I'm doing now, and just also what I'm doing outside of work, like with my podcast, just how I talk to people, how I help people. So I can't really knock them, So
about the podcast, as we're winding down, what can your supporters and followers and lovers of Lovey Talk expect from you coming forward as you embark on this 4th year? Mm-hmm. Is adding this video aspect of your podcast is something that we can see more of?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's definitely in the plan. Okay. That's something I want to do. And that I want to be a public speaker. That's been something that, I'm not going to lie, has been very nerve-wracking for me, only because I don't want to be out here selling people dreams. Mm-hmm. And like me and you have talked about my personality. Mm-hmm. Like I'm nervous about how people receive me, because I'm very straightforward. I don't have the desire to sell you any dreams. I don't have the desire to make you feel good, because it's not about making you feel good. Like I want you to win, and sometimes that doesn't feel good
at all.
It is what it is. Like some people aren't used to people being honest with them in that way. It's like, oh, you're okay. No, like get up. Like, okay, you can cry for a little bit, but like, what is feeling sorry for yourself gonna do? Like, you're a winner. Get up. We don't have time for that.
Okay.
Come up with a plan. Cry later.
There it is. So videoing, some public speaking engagements.
Public speaking, that's something that I totally want to do. You know what? I don't know if I should say it yet. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait. It's just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. They have it every year.
Yes.
In July.
Yes.
And I'm definitely going to be a headliner one year.
100%. Okay, but we can hold that though.
Yeah.
Because it's coming. But
Yeah.
when it happens, you're going to do it.
Be like, remember I told y'all?
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What can we expect from you?
This year, you can expect, because people also ask about the music aspect, album-wise, you can expect the EP coming within the next 2 months. There's some things I need to get done with, people say merch. I don't know if this will be merch, but it would be tying into the EP, the pieces that I'm getting made for you and I.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to
And
that. And us.
We.
So EP definitely. There's a song that I've had for a while that I'm finally going to release called Go. That I used to tease and people are really wanting that. So new music for sure. I want to give more music. I want to be to the point where I'm giving enough music that also I'm giving the same amount videos, because I have people who do support my music journey.
Yeah.
Which has been a cool aspect, seeing them take me serious in music and in comedy. Because sometimes it's hard to people to look at you in a different light because everything you do now looks funny to them. I'll be on live and people I don't know if you're being serious or if you're playing right now. I'm like, bro, I'm just in here talking. What you mean I'm playing? So more music videos, music content.
As you should.
Collabs with other TikTokers, other comedians you will see as well. Mm-hmm. And I do plan on throwing some content in with me and the love of my life.
Yeah.
I do plan on that, doing some of us things because people like our dynamic.
Yeah.
People love us together. So I think it's something that can be seen. So yeah, that. More music.
I can dig it.
Music videos, more content. YouTube. Going to start my YouTube more. And then this is like a jump start for both of us to get back on the YouTube journey.
Absolutely.
And so definitely plan on doing that. So check out that merch because people want merch. Got to do the merch. Something I'm scared because my creative cap is only so much and the designs.
That's okay. No, it's not.
The designs is, okay, yeah, my fault. Yeah, we're doing merch because my creativity is fire.
That's right. That's it. That's all we speaking.
That's it.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being my first guest. This is definitely a great start.
Yes.
I'm really excited. Thank you for supporting me.
No doubt. Always. So once again, my name is Devonte, and you can find me on Instagram at _Devonte West. You can find me on YouTube at Devonte West. You can find me on TikTok at _Yogi75 or Jet, or look up Darnell, and you can find me there. And those are my main platforms. You, ma'am, where can we find you again?
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at LoveVTalks. You can also find me on TikTok at LoveVTalks. And you can find your girl on YouTube, LoveVTalks.
And you can find your girl on Lemonade at...
Oh, snap. LoveVTalks. Yeah, I'm on Lemonade now. Yeah.
And you're on Facebook at...
LoveVTalks.
Talk to him.
Ooh.
Yeah, all the socials. There he is. Thank you so much for tuning in to Love V Talks with the host Love V and the first special guest. I'm honored. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Comment what you liked about it. There's some questions that you wanted answered that we didn't cover, that she didn't cover. Drop them in there, and she will drop those on the next episode that will be dropping soon. TBD, but it will be coming. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to Love V Talks.
Thank you. Thank you for being my first guest. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.